You are looking live here at the United States versus Switzerland Group C action. And big Group C action as it's the second game of the second round in this tournament. Now, this round, we say second round, but it's still the group stage. Whenever we talk about it, if you want to see everything, just take a look at the description and you get all of the stats and facts and everything like that, all the game results. But today's a very big one. The United States, if they win, they clinch. Not only will they clinch, but if they win, then Spain also clinches as well. Switzerland has to, well, I don't want to say they have to win, but it's going to be very big if they do win. Switzerland right now is a -2. They lost 3-1 to Spain. The United States, they beat Algeria 3-1. They're a +2. If the United States wins, they again clinch. Them and Spain. Spain will now clinch. If Switzerland were to tie, United States would still have a +2. Switzerland would still have a -2. And it would be 4 points for the United States, 1 for Switzerland, and Algeria will be eliminated. If the United States gets 1 more point, no matter where, what, or when, Algeria is eliminated. Algeria will need Switzerland to win this game and then to beat Switzerland and hope Spain just rocks the United States. If this happens, then the United States will be out and Algeria will be in. So it is, Switzerland is really weird because Algeria needs Switzerland to win, but only like 1-0. Because if they win any more than 1-0, then Algeria has to win by a lot more than they're capable of winning if they want to go to the next round. So that's where we stand here, the United States and Switzerland. We're about ready to go here in Group D. We're ready to kick off. We're going to go to the field. And here comes both teams to the pitch, and we're ready to go. So it's the U.S. in Group C action against Switzerland, and we're going to the field right now. So it's the United States and Switzerland, and here we are, a beautiful stadium here, United States and Switzerland, Veltins Arena. And in Veltins Arena, this is very big. The U.S. could do something that many felt they couldn't do. Some people even felt the United States was the 4th team in the division. And now they have a chance to clinch with a win today. And that would clinch the division, U.S. with Spain. Now here comes the national anthem for Switzerland. Now for the national anthem of the United States. Obviously, a very big surprise the way these two teams performed in the first game. Switzerland thought they would be a little bit better, but the United States playing a 4-3-2-1. Michael Bradley in the middle, they outperformed expectations. But now the big one is against Switzerland. Can they beat Switzerland? If they can beat Switzerland, then they can say that they are coming of age. And Switzerland plays a 5-2-3. And up front, Seferovic has a chance to slip one by, and they think they can maybe win 1-0. But but we got to see this one. In an unbelievable arena, we're about ready to go. It's the United States and Switzerland here in Group C action, and we're going to be underway. Michael Bradley will have it, and the United States will kick off here in Group C action. If the United States wins this game, they go to the next round, they clinch. We're only going to have one game on Group C day. It'll be a 6-6-0-0 group. And the other game will be meaningless, and we'll just play that game for the heck of it. Yeket in front. Here comes Areola. Areola again to Yeket inside. Knocked away. That's a foul, and it's going to be a penalty, and that's got to be a penalty, and it is. And Sweden comes over to complain, but it was they're complaining. And I think they're just angry, but they do this, and the referee was very defiant, and this is going to be a penalty, and the United States could be up 1-0. I think when the second person came over, that was the biggest thing. And here comes the U.S. Michael Bradley. Very big penalty. Save! He saved it! And he saved it, and that was big. Michael Bradley had a shot 2 minutes in to make this 1-0. Watch Michael Bradley. Oh, what a terrible, terrible miss if you are the United States. But look at Switzerland. They are all cheering. Here's Michael Bradley again. And they are still cheering. Bradley, Yeket again. He's going to go inside to Dest, and he can't have it. McKinney will trap it in. Xhaka will kick it away. Well, Switzerland, they lost 3-1 to Spain. And they thought that they could do better. Algeria only lost 2-1, and Algeria had a 1-0 lead. And in a matter of 5 minutes in the game, Spain won that game 2-1 with 2 quick ones, and that was it. Algeria had many chances to tie it up. In fact, they did, but the man was offsides just by a little bit, so the tie-up doesn't count. Here comes the United States. Rodriguez again will knock back for Switzerland. The U.S. with the win clinches, and they go to the next round. Them and Spain. And the third round of games will be the United States versus Spain for group championship. And here they go to Mbolo back. Here's Michael Bradley again to McKetty. And I'll tell you what, if the United States were to beat Spain, that would be celebration in itself. But the U.S., they're a very young team, and a lot of people around the world say that the United States has an up-and-coming team, whether they gel and become a second golden age. We all remember in the early 2000s, that was a golden age, and that's going to be headed out near Switzerland. But golden ages are defined by 90 minutes. That's the thing about soccer. Ages are defined by 90 minutes. You can have all the wins in a row, but if you have a bad game and lose 2 or 3-0, then people don't label that as a great age. Xhaka again, and Bola to Xhaka. Here's Switzerland again. McKinney playing close. A long shot, not even close. And this will be a goal kick for the United States. Even the style of play for the United States, Stefan is shooting it, and he's going to go deep. I thought he was going to go short. The style of kick, a lot of times they're going short with their kick. Seferovic again. He's going to take it. Seferovic to Stefan. And Michael Bradley again will kick it back to Stefan, and he goes up. Kanji to Xhaka. Xhaka again. We go to Stefan to Rodriguez. Rodriguez again for Switzerland. It's 0-0, the United States and Switzerland. Zakaria to Stefan inside. Seferovic, a shot. It's going to be a save. Bradley was not in on it. He got the wrong one, and Dest again, and Switzerland is starting to put pressure. It was Brooks with the stop. Brooks, a good defensive play there. And we're getting on to the 10th minute here. 90 in a game, we're on to the 10th. 1-9 through the game, 0-0. Both teams looking good so far with chances. Out the door again, they give to Dest. They're going zigzagging through, will be knocked away, but the U.S. will throw it in. Again, if the United States wins this game, they're going to move on to the next round. If they tie this game, they got a good shot at moving on to the next round, and that's going to be knocked away. But you just never know, because although if they tie, it'll be a 4-goal differential, and they don't play Switzerland. The biggest thing is that here comes Switzerland the other way. They play Spain, and Spain can win 4-0 easily. And Switzerland on a tie would have to win anyway. And if they were to beat Algeria 1-0, that would be the goal margin. Lichtsteiner again. Now remember, Spain would be playing the United States hard, because unless they win, if they win, they're guaranteed to go in. But they're not guaranteed now if the United States doesn't win, because they could lose to the U.S. Seferovic. And that's going to be knocked away by Bradley. And here comes the United States again. Altidore back to Aaron Long. Remember that the United States has a +2 right now. Areola to Yekyat. Yekyat on the near side. Yekyat Chaka again will knock it away to Stepan. Stepan will have it. Seferovic. Seferovic on the near side. Here comes Switzerland. Stepan again. Kenny will have it and push it back there and Long. It's going to be back there and Long again to McKenny. Stepan again will have it. It's early on, and this is a 0-0 game. Chaka, they go into Stepan. Stepan again. They're starting to put a little more pressure on. Switzerland is. Rodriguez, so he took away. Yekyat will have it. And they're making some adjustments here. This could be a crazy moment in the middle of making adjustments. Now, Algeria almost won the game against Spain. They almost tied the game on an adjustment. The thing hit the post. Actually, it would have given them a 2-1 lead. It was an adjustment. They got wide open. They shot the ball, and they hit the post. Oh, my goodness. I remember that last game. I was out of my seat going, is Algeria going to beat Spain? And anybody can beat anybody. It's really up in the air. Really, it is. It's going to be one heck of a final 16, no matter who makes it. And Bola again. And Bola Seferovic, and that's going to be Stepan with the save. Stepan again, he's going to throw it out. It's Bradley. He wants to push it to Areola. Yekyat and Areola playing a 1-2 with each other. And Chaka will take this steal away for Switzerland. But that's the thing, the USA wants to win this game, because Spain, yes, we know that they are a +5. They won a +3. Spain is a +3. They won by 2 and they won by 1. And we're going to check that out at the end of this broadcast. Yedlin again will push it over to Bradley. And Bradley will go back there and long. But yes, a 3-1 and a 2-1 win. So 5 goals to 2 for Spain. Now at a +3, the biggest thing is this. Spain was 6. So if they lose to the United States, then the United States, is that going to be a foul? Yes, it is. If the U.S. loses this game and beats Spain, the Swiss, if they run it up against Algeria, because they would have won 2 games, that could be very big. But if the USA loses this game, remember they are at +2 now. Bradley. And it's going to be up. Dest again, can't get up there. If they lose this game, they're going to be at least a +1. At best a +1. Because if you lose, you got to have a less score. So here comes Seferovic for Switzerland. He'll take it over. He's looking. He gives it back to Lichtsteiner. He's had a good first game. Seferovic again. He played well against Spain. Lichtsteiner again. Here's McKenny, and he pushes it forward to Altidore. Altidore again. Altidore looking to McKenny. But that's the situation. So it would be a +1, and Spain would be a +3. But they play Spain. So the thing is, here's Altidore again. Altidore looking to go inside. We'll go more after this. Altidore, and bumped away. Zakaria again will have it in Bolo, and he'll push it ahead. Seferovic is going. There's a man trying to take it. He's just going to kick it up and away, and Stepan gets it out of there. Dest again for the United States. It's up and down. There's no rest for this. They go ahead to Dest. Dest is open. Dest might get it. Dest is shot and a save. Oh, what a save. Oh, what a save. Yekyat almost got it back. And Chaka, and that's going to be a foul against Yekyat, and they're just going to knock it away now. Remember, Bradley early on missed the penalty, and oh yeah, from behind. It could have gone either way. I think they wanted to stop this. and give a really an inconsequential foul on this. Summer, and it's going to be a deep kick. Both teams kicking it deep. They're not going short. Remember the USA, they might be +3, +1. They hit. It depends how many goals they score here and how many goals these teams score. The United States has 3 goals. If they tie at 2, then it's going to be a whole mess. Just again, it's going to be up. No good to Rodriguez. If they tie here, then the USA will have 4 points. Spain will have 6. Here's Aaron Long, and Algeria will be gone. Here's Aaron Long again. They're going to keep this going. Yet. Here comes Jose Altidore. Areola again will have it. They push it up to Yeket. Areola again. He pushes forward. Here's Areola. They're looking in a box to go. Areola. And a lot of fans are just going nuts here. They go to Bradley, but Summer will pick it up and have it. And Switzerland will take it. But we take a look at that for the United States. For Switzerland now, they have 0 points. If they tie today, they would have to beat Algeria and hope the United States doesn't get a point versus Spain. And then the goal differential would help. Here's Xhaka again. Xhaka, Seferovic up front. Seferovic a shot, and it goes in! It goes in for Switzerland, and it's 1-0. And Switzerland has scored. Seferovic. He said at the beginning of the game he was trying to slip one past, and Switzerland a 1-0 lead here in Group C action. And Seferovic puts it through. Watch this, Seferovic, it's a turnover. And Seferovic a nice trap and a tap pass. And it is going to be 1-0. And a nice kick here. A nice shot. Oh, it was off the back of number 3. It was right off the back of number 3, and that hurt. And whenever that happens, that does hurt. And a big goal, because it's 1-0. And for the United States, for Algeria, they're still in it. We could have a 6-3-3-3 group. And if we have that, that's going to be absolutely insane. A 6-3-3-3 group? That's like, are you kidding me? And Alevdi will knock it up, and Brooks will take it off the chest trap. Robinson again, it's 1-0. And that's my thing that is beeping. I thought it was a game. McKenny. I thought I was calling him out of bounds. That's my rice cooker. And Robinson, a terrible kick. Will the U.S. keep the pressure up? And they will not. They're going to pull. Well, yeah, they do. Altidore will take it. They're going to keep the pressure up a little bit back here. Xhaka again will have it. Deschamps. Right now, Switzerland is a -1, and the United States is a +1. And it would be 3-3-3-3. It would be +1 United States, -1 Switzerland, and -3 Algeria. And that's going to be back to Stefan. Stefan again, it's going to be a crazy day, the last day, if the United States doesn't win. If they come back and win this game, then it's going to be all, it's going to be, if they don't win, if they do come back and win this game, it's going to be all United States and Spain setting up for the group championship. And depending on how the United States wins, they would have to have 2 goals, and it would be a 2-1 win, which would be the same as Spain, and it would be crazy if they were to tie, because then they would have the same number of goals. So I just don't know what would happen. It might be a random thing. Yedlin. Yedlin again, that's going to be a cross in. Altidore a little too far. And Switzerland with the goal early. 1-0 game so far. Switzerland will kick it deep. We go to Brooks. Brooks again to Areola. Areola to Michael Bradley. Bradley again to Altidore. Altidore, he's trying to go in. That's going to be knocked away. Summer. And Stefan again will have it to Rodriguez. Kanji again will shoot it around to carry it to Xhaka. Elvedi. Elvedi back, and it's going to be taken away by the United States. Yet again. Well, they can't do anything. That win over Algeria was big for the USA. And Algeria is no slouch. They're a team that is a very strong team. And they got Spain and the United States. The U.S. played a great game, but this is a tough one. Xhaka is going to have the foul here. And now the United States will kick at Michael Bradley. 3-1 in fouls, with Switzerland having 3 and the United States with 1. McKennie to Robinson. We're in the 36th minute. Here comes Robinson again to Dest. Dest will have it. They push it up. There's going to be no handball there. I don't think it hit any. It looked ugly, though. Elvedi, Kanji back to Xhaka, and they'll go back. The U.S. is down 1-0. Here's Shar. Shar to Zakaria to Elvedi. And here comes Switzerland again. McKennie again to Dest to Robinson. Here's McKennie back to Brooks. 37th going into the 38th minute now. The U.S. needs a goal to tie it up. I don't know who would be more satisfied with the tie game. Areola, and I think, quite frankly, the United States would be satisfied with a tie. Bolo again. Here's Seferovic, and they go to Mbola. This is going to be on the near side. Here's Steffen. Steffen again, looking. There's going to be a cross here, and Long knocks it away. I think the U.S. would like it better, because that means Switzerland needs to win against Algeria, and they would eliminate Algeria, so they wouldn't have to worry about Algeria. You don't want to ever worry about more teams than you have to. Areola again. If they were to lose this game, then one of the teams, if you only worry about one team, then it would be Switzerland that has to have the bigger win. But if you make it so both teams are in, then there's a possibility that one team can blow the other team out. See, if you're only worried about Switzerland, it has to be Switzerland, which lowers the odds. And Bolo again, he'll have it. We'll go to Rodriguez. Riola again, Rodriguez will take it. Try to goes in to Steffen, no, Rodriguez again. To Xhaka. Here's Xhaka. He's looking to go inside. Xhaka. And Altidore takes it away, and McKennie will have it to Dest. We're into the 42nd minute. My goodness. Early on, and this is just it's a good game. It's a solid game. It's 1-0 though. Robinson to Dest. They're going to push it up to McKennie. McKennie, Dest again will have it. It's going to be out. But the U.S. will throw it in the 44th minute. Go to Lichtsteiner. Lichtsteiner to Mbolo. Mbolo, he pushes it up. Mbolo to Zakaria. He goes up to Mbolo. Mbolo on the far side. Mbolo will have it. He's going to cross it to Seferovic. And he doesn't have it. Seferovic with the only goal today. It's 1-0 Switzerland. Areola again will have it. And Areola, this is the last regular minute of play. There's going to be add-on here in a couple seconds. Betty again for Switzerland. And here we go. It's going to be add-on. How much time for add-on? A minute. Shaw will have it to Kanji. And Switzerland looking so far. Remember, we said they'll get 3 points off of a win here. And it'll be a 6-3-3-0 group with Spain with 6, the United States with 3, and Switzerland with 3 if this holds to the very end. And that's going to be the end of the first half. The end of the first half, Seferovic put it in on the 28th minute. And the score at halftime, Switzerland 1 and the United States nothing. And now for a data dump. No need for the individual match because we'll do it at the very end. But here at the half, it hasn't been a very great game. We'll put it that way. It hasn't been a very good one. It has just been a very possession-filled game. There's only been 6 shots on goal, 4 on target. United States, all their shots on target. They have a slight lead, but they got to really push it up. They got to really try not only to get one goal, they got to get two. For Switzerland, you got to push to get that second goal. If you don't get that second goal, then anything can happen. You don't want to lose this if you're Switzerland, because if you get it, and Algeria right now is hoping Switzerland takes it. All right, we're going to let this thing go for a little bit. I'm going to go get my rice out of the cooker. Watch the highlights so I don't get anybody saying because of the music. Watch some of the highlights here of the first half, and we will be back in about a minute. Okay, so we're ready to go here for the second half. 1-0. And right now this is a big 1-0 game here. Switzerland and the United States. We're ready to go for the second half. And Switzerland will kick off going the other way, and we're on the way again. They get back to Shaw. We showed you in the first half and we explained. Switzerland right now will get 3 points if they keep this win. And right now they're going to have a -1. The United States will be 1-1, and they'll still be a +1. Won by 2, lost by 1. And Switzerland lost by 2 and won by 1. That's the way it is right now. Here comes Bradley out to door to McKenney. They're going to try and push it in. The gaps, he didn't reverse it that fast. As Zachariah will go to Safrozis. Oh, Stefan almost. He almost hit him deep. And here comes the United States again. They're young, and this is a team that is going to get down a little bit. They can play and play well, and I think that no matter what happens in this game, Spain is going to take them seriously, and we're really going to see how far the United States is against Spain. We're going to really see that. That's going to be a fun game. That's going to be on Group D day, and that's going to be Summer who's going to have it. That's going to be Group C day. Sorry about that. So here we go. They go to Rodriguez. As we take a look at this game, we're going to take a look at Group D, Portugal, Denmark, Iran, and Mexico. And Portugal and Iran will be next. But that's going to be, well, I don't know. You know, or is Iran going to peg it back? Here comes Altidore, long shot, and it's going to be a save. So they're going to get a corner out of it. I don't know whether it is a strategy or not. So if you're listening to this, feel free to comment. But seriously, sometimes I think that when you have a chance and you know you're not going to score, your goal is just to get the corner. Here's Yedlin. I think that's what Altidore did, was he just saw it. He's got a man open in the middle, and he gets it to Areola a little bit late. And Bradley again, they were a step too slow, and that's the difference. They're young, though, and that step isn't because they don't have it in them. That step is the experience of reading the situation. McKenney, and that's going to be knocked it away. Zachariah to Safrovic. Chaka again, they go to Rodriguez, and they pass it back. Akanji. Here comes Akanji again to Shaw. He pushes it up. They look. Yedlin again takes it away. Rodriguez. And he'll push it to Stefan. Stefan will go over Safrovic. And Brooks will have it, and he'll just give it back to Stefan. Well, the United States, a 1-0 losing right now. This is not the game they wanted. They wanted to win this game. They wanted to win it. They really badly wanted to win and clinch. You know, once in these tournaments, those clinching games always come back to haunt you if you don't get it. Yet again, and yet no. Zachariah back at Akanji, and Rodriguez again, and here comes Switzerland. 1-0. Shaka is up to Stefan. They both have a Stefan. Stefan is the United States goalie, and Stefan is also another Stefan is a Swiss winger, and he goes to the inside of Bola, and Bola again, and it's taken away by Bradley. Bradley back to Areola, and here comes the United States. They go to Dest across the field. He's got space. He pushes up to Altidore, and McKenney will have it. McKenney to Dest. Dest again to Robinson. Robinson taking a look. He'll push it up to McKenney. And they go into the middle. Shaw will knock it up into the air and not have it. McKenney. Bradley. He's got a gap, and he doesn't take it. He goes to Bradley, back to McKenney. Bradley is not taking the long shot on that. He had 2 opportunities. And he passed twice, even though the gap was there. McKenney to Robinson. It makes me wonder sometimes, because you know there are players that take that shot and they totally miss it horribly. And you know that Bradley wouldn't miss it worse than these other players. McKenney again, they push it to Dast. 1-0 Switzerland. A win by Switzerland, and they're going to be tied with the United States going into the third game, but Switzerland's going to have Algeria, and the United States is going to have Spain. So it's going to be unique. Helvetia again will kick to Lichtsteiner, but everybody with a Swiss win will be involved. There have been no teams eliminated yet. There could be one today, Algeria. If the United States wins, Algeria and Switzerland will both be eliminated. If the United States ties, Algeria will be the only one eliminated. Mbolo again. So Algeria is hoping for the second goal from Switzerland. Lichtsteiner. Lichtsteiner again. So we're facing possibly 2 eliminations. That's going to be a foul and maybe a card. He goes right up to him and he's just going to yell at him. Not a consistent thing, really, for this game. No, they're not consistent. And Dest again with the foul. Very, very big. Rodriguez will take the free kick in the 59th. Now it's the 60th minute. Rodriguez a shot and Steffen with the save. And he's going to pick it up and try and hurry it out. But he won't, and Steffen will, actually. He's going to go deep to Altidore. So this is a game that many feel the United States has pressure really on winning because of what's next. You get blown out by Spain if you take care of business here, and you can chalk it up to getting ready for the next round. If you get blown out by Spain after losing to Switzerland, you're done. They would have to get a point against Spain, the United States, and that's really what's on the line here if they don't get a goal. Here comes Seferovic. Seferovic and Brooks. They wouldn't really have to get a point against Spain. They would have to, if they lose, then they would have to hope Algeria would beat Switzerland. If they would end up tying, Switzerland would go to the next round, and Brooks will kick it deep to Rodriguez. They'll go to Akanji and kick it up. Akanji again. So that's the thing. The U.S. doesn't really need one more victory. If they don't get another victory, then anything can happen for the Swiss. If they keep with this pace, and it's going to be, it's still in. And Lichtsteiner again, the rebound. Here's Robinson. They're going to go inside. Seferovic, no good. And here's Altidore again. Remember, it's the whole ball across the line, and that's going to be a foul. And that might be a card. Let's see. And that will be a card. That's going to be Zachariah with the yellow card. Zachariah or Zakaria, one of the two. We're going to call him Zakaria. But Zakaria, the elbow right to the face, and that's going to be, it was unintentional, so that's why they got a yellow. And Robinson will kick it. Zakaria will get the yellow for the elbow swinging right to the face. So we're an hour in, and Mbolo back to Steffen. 1-0 still. Switzerland leading. Right now it is just a good game here. Steffen on the far side. Switzerland trying to get that second goal. If they get that second goal, they got a major advantage. Xhaka again. Steffen. Mbolo. Here comes Mbolo to Xhaka. The United States will be the biggest fan of Algeria, just as Algeria is the biggest fan of Switzerland right now. We're going to see a lot. Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez, no, and here's Jordan Morris. Morris will take and they push it up to Yeket. He's going to have some room to run. Back and forth they go, and Yeket, they lose it. Xhaka again. Seferovic, they go in front of Mbolo, and Steffen the save. And they got a couple trapped back there if they hurry it up. And Steffen again will. They're going to try and get some Switzerland players trapped back there. Areola again, Yeket. Areola to Yeket again. Back and forth we go. They go to Morris. Morris to Areola. Areola again. They go to Yedlin. Yedlin to Yeket. Yeket again. He's going to take a look. Yeket. Yeket. Trying. They go inside. No good. Yedlin again to McKennie. McKennie. And saved by Summer. And not even hard to do there, and Summer will roll it out. So Switzerland right now a 1-0 game, 28 minutes in. They scored their only goal, and that means that Switzerland right now, this is big. If the United States would tie it, we would have a whole different scenario. The U.S. would have 4 points. Switzerland would have 1. Switzerland would have 1, and Algeria would be eliminated. So here come the substitutions. Boyd comes in for Areola for the United States. And for Switzerland, number 20. And Babu goes in for Lichtsteiner. Babu will be in. Here's Desta McKenny. And they push it away. Here's Mbolo again. Mbolo to Mbabu. He's the sub. He comes in. Stefan on the far side. Stefan trying to beat Stefan. Yedlin again. Of course, they're two different Stefans. Bradley again to Dest. And here comes the United States. They only got 19 minutes to pull one back. If the United States would pull one in, they would have 4 points. Switzerland would have 1. Algeria would have 0. And Algeria would be eliminated. And that would force Switzerland to beat Algeria. And the United States would just have to get a point against Spain to move on. That's going to be a foul. I mean, if the U.S. doesn't tie it up, they're going to be forced to do something they haven't really done, to be sure, and that would really be a major boost. That's get a point against the defending champions, who do not want to lose to the United States, because if they do and Switzerland beats Algeria, then they all go to goal differential. In fact, Spain right now is rooting for the United States, so they can get some breathing room. They can say, all right, you know, no matter what happens to the U.S., we're in the playoffs. You never know when there's 3 teams involved, and Switzerland's trying to make it 3. Bradley to Jordan Morris. Right now, there's going to be 4 involved because Algeria is not eliminated at all. Dest to Robinson. Here he goes. Robinson back and forth to Dest. 75th minute. Robinson no good. Here's Mbolo. And Switzerland will have it. It's so frustrating. And here comes Stefan. Yedlin again. That's going to not be a foul. And they push it ahead. Aaron Long to Yedlin. They go to Yeket. Yeket again to Morris to Yedlin. And again. No good here. Zakaria will push it to Stefan. Stefan again up. Here's Mbolo trying to get ahead, and Brooks will take it to McKenny. The United States has a push going. Here's Dest. Bradley again. McKenny. Dest to Bradley. McKenny again. Bradley. Morris to Robinson. They go into Dest. Dest to Robinson again. Robinson and Babu. That's not going to be a foul. Yes, it will be. And Dest, they go to Morris. And no free kick there, which is weird. And Chaka, no. Brian Bradley missed a penalty in the 2nd minute, and that's why it's only 1-0 Switzerland. It would have been 1-1 or something different, but he missed that, and that is Michael Bradley missed it. Not Brian. Brian's the coach, I believe. So Frovich trying to make it 2-0, and he can't knock away, and Switzerland will throw it in. Oh, the subs coming in. Ream will come in for Robinson. The United States right now, exactly half the possession. They led by 51-49 in possession at the half. And here we go the other way. Get to Bradley, and they got some room to go. Here's Dest. To Bradley again. Good defense by Switzerland. Jordan Morris. He's going to take it. Morris again. They go to Michael Bradley. Bradley again. The shot, and it's going to be wide. It'll be under 10 minutes to go, and another save, and this is big. Switzerland the goalie a little bit mad there. Bradley could have taken it and scored, but he took a touch too much. And that's the difference between your elites and the teams that want to be elite. Michael Bradley upset. They give a yellow to an earlier foul by Elvedi. He's got to be careful because against Algeria, if he gets another one, he's done for the first game. Yeah, and that hurt. He wanted a quick restart, so he couldn't show him that one. And Summer will kick it deep. Only 10 shots on goal, 5 on target. We've had that 1/2. This is both combined nearing the end of the game. Not many shots. 1-0 Switzerland. They go to Ream. Ream to Dest, and here's Ream again. Ream. They'll have it to Dest, and they give it back. A 1-2 to McKenny. Kareem again. They go to the near side. Dest. Dest to McKinney. They push it up to Dest. Oh, and that's going to be away and a little bit too far. So the goal kick here for Switzerland. The U.S. has had 3 shots in the second half. None of them have been on goal. Here's McKinney. I'm not sure Switzerland has had one yet. 1-0. Dest. Zakaria has a yellow. McKinney again. Zakaria again will push it around, and Bola will have it. And here comes Switzerland. They go Seferovic, who has the only goal this game. Brad Mbabu, he's got a man up top. They give it to Steffen. Steffen versus Steffen. The shot, it's going to be saved. Mbabu puts it in, and Switzerland's going to win this game 2-0. And that goal is so big because the goal differential, now Switzerland is even and same with the United States. And Switzerland, that is such a huge goal now. Very, very big. Switzerland and the United States. Switzerland has scored 3 goals. And the United States has scored 3 goals. So right now it is just a random draw on everything. Algeria's got to be the happiest team that isn't Switzerland. And it is 2-0, and that clincher is huge. Look at the emotion. A very big clincher, and that's it, really. So it is 84th minute now. Dest and Ream again. It is Group D and Group C. And Portugal and Iran will be tomorrow. It should be a good one. Should be interesting. Morris again to McKinney. They want to put it in. McKinney, and he won't have it. Here's Mbolo again. They push it out. Seferovic. Mbolo, and they go to Steffen on the cross. Steffen again, trying to go against Aaron Long. He got one beat. Boyd to Rodriguez. Steffen again, and it's going to be too far. Betty will have it. 2-0 Switzerland leading the United States. And Mabu will have it to Mbola. Seferovic, if they can get another one, that would be huge. If the United States can score, they have 3 goals. Spain has 5. Here's McKinney again to Jordan Morris. If the U.S. can score, they'd have 4 goals. They would have to be, if they beat Spain, that would be big if they could get 4 goals, because then if they would beat Spain, it would be 5 goals, and they could take it. Seferovic, it's going to be up in the save. Spain is a +3. The United States is even, and Switzerland is even. Both teams won their games by 2 goals and lost by 2 goals. Yet, right now, Algeria is still in. Algeria is a -3. Here's Boyd. Boyd, and no, Akanji to Xhaka. Algeria would have to win. We're going to go over this at the end of the game. Steffen again. The hope for the United States to win right now is fading, fading, fading. Shara again will take it to Mbabu. Betty and Zakaria will have it. It'll go to Akanji. In 1 minute of extra time even. If the U.S. scored, they wouldn't have enough time. And the Swiss are going to get 3 points, and we're going to go over all the scenarios afterwards. Steffen, now they don't want to give up. Here comes the United States long, and that's it. Switzerland wins 2-0. Seferovic in the 28th, and Mbabu in the 84th. And it really makes everything very unique in this. And the U.S. with a very disappointing game. Very disappointing. If you're a United States fan, they missed their penalty shot. They only got 2 shots on goal. One of them was the penalty shot. So then it's 4-1 for the rest of the game. Seriously, that is, Switzerland really stopped the United States from getting in there. U.S. is going to have to change their approach. And now for the data dump. Hold on. So now for the stages, here we go. Switzerland a 2-0 win, Spain a 2-1 over Algeria. Portugal and Iran will be next. Group C, and here's what we have right now. Spain with 2 wins and a +3 goal differential. They are number 1 based on points. Number 2, Switzerland and the United States are both tied. They both have 3 goals for and 3 goals against. But then it goes all the way down to head-to-head. And that is the last one. You go by you go by number of points, then you go by goal differential, and then you go by goals scored, and then you go by head-to-head. And that's why Switzerland is number 2. And that's why if they both tie, if Switzerland ties Algeria and the United States ties Spain, then Switzerland will, well, it depends on the number of goals scored. That's going to be big. If Switzerland ties 0-0 and the United States ties 1-1, they're going to go based upon they scored 4 goals and Switzerland with 3. So it's not just an automatic if Switzerland and the United States both tie, they move on. Now the third one is if Algeria wins. Now all of a sudden the goal differential for Switzerland goes down. By how much, I don't know, because Algeria is going to try and pour it on if they win. Algeria would need to win by at least 2 goals. This is the thing. If they score 1 goal, it'll be -2 to -1. If they score 2 goals, it'll be -1 to -2. So they need to beat Switzerland by 2 goals. If they beat Switzerland by 2 goals, which can happen, 2-0 or 3-1 or whatever, then all they would have to do is have Spain defeat the United States, and they would be in for a goal differential. If Spain beats the United States, then, well, it would be a little bit messy there. We would have to take a look at all 3 whatevers, but Algeria would have the upper hand if they have to beat those Switzerland by 2 goals. They have to beat them by 2 goals. If they don't beat them by 2 goals, they don't go on to the next round. So that's going to be Group C. That's it for today. Have a great day, and we're going to see you tomorrow for Portugal and Iran. A big game, a game that many feel might be closer, might not be. We don't know here. Portugal and Iran, it'll be interesting. As you see, Portugal next year's champions, and Portugal with a tie and Iran with a loss. So when you take a look at this very, very quickly, group stage here, Portugal has a point. They tied Denmark. And Iran lost to Mexico 3-1. Who knows? Mexico might be the best team here. We just don't know. But that's going to be tomorrow. Then Mexico-Denmark on Monday. But that's going to be it for us today. We will see you tomorrow.